All right, and now it's time to see who is the best in the league this week. Let's head on over to the board for this week's Team of the Week, where I go position by position, every single spot, and see who was the best in baseball at each spot from throughout the week. Let's start at the catcher position. At catcher, JT Realmuto led all of baseball, all of catchers in total bases, 435 on the week, 3 home runs, an OPS of 1328, which was best for catchers by far. The dude was tearing it up. The Phillies need it. The Phillies need that offense. Bryce Harper has been struggling. JT Realmuto has been picking up the slack there. Let's move on over to first base. Josh Naylor of the Cleveland Guardians. He has been nails. Get it? Okay. He's been great. 320 on the week, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. A big part of this Guardians win streak, and the reason that they have wrapped up the AL Central is him. Good week for him. Let's move on to second base. At second base, I have Kolten Wong of the Milwaukee Brewers. 329, 4 home runs, 9 RBIs. What a week for the second baseman there for the Brewers. Let's move on. Third base. At third base, Manny Machado, who I feel like has been on here a ton this year. And he has, because he's really good. 333 on the week, 2 home runs, slugged 667 on the week. Padres are playing better. Watch out. Let's move on to shortstop. At shortstop, Willy Adames, my friend Willy Adames, teammate of mine for a couple of years with the Tigers organization. 345 on the week, 10 hits, a home run. Look, we got a Brewers middle infield here. Kolten Wong, Willy Adames, good weeks for them. Let's head out to the outfield. 3 outfielders, regardless of their specific position. So if you're like, no, he actually plays left field, not center, it doesn't matter. Just 3 outfielders. Let's start with our first outfielder, Juan Soto. Padres are playing better. Juan Soto's on this team. Not a coincidence. 409 on the week, 2 home runs, an OPS of 1337. This is why the Padres got him. Not to walk. He's been doing that, and he's really good at it. And he gets on base, which is great. But they need him for his offensive production and driving runs in, hitting the ball out of the yard, hitting for a high OPS. He did all of that this week, and he is on my team of the week. Let's move on. Next outfielder this week, Aaron Judge. Again, he's on here pretty much every single week for good reason. 364, 3 more home runs, an OPS of 1426. What a year. What more needs to be said about Aaron Judge? This is an unbelievable season, and he is having one of the best offensive seasons of all time. Let's move on. Last outfielder for my team of the week. Another New York Yankee, Oswaldo Cabrera. This kid is an absolute stud. 350 on the week, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. The Yankees needed him. He is just a breath of fresh air for that team. Young, plays the game hard, and the offensive production this week was really, really good. He rounds out my outfield. Let's move on. Designated hitter for my team of the week, Albert Pujols. What a historical week. 2 home runs. We all know about those 2 home runs. It happened in the same game. It happened in back-to-back at-bats. 699 home runs, 700 home runs in the same game. Congratulations to Albert Pujols. 318 on the week as well with 5 RBIs. He is my designated hitter. Let's move on to my pitchers. We'll start with my starting pitcher on team of the week, Sandy Alcantara. 2-0, 17 innings, 18 strikeouts, 2 earned runs. 17 innings in 1 week. Think about that. That means it lined up well that he got 2 starts, and he had 9 innings one game and 8 innings in the other. Remarkable. Sandy Alcantara is an absolute workhorse, and he was again this week as well. Let's move on to my last spot, my closer for team of the week. That is Kenley Jansen. Kenley Jansen, 3 innings pitched, 3 saves. Pretty easy there. That's perfection. Not a single earned run, 2 hits given up, 4 strikeouts. And Kenley Jansen is my closer for my team of the week. But as usual, we don't stop there. It is now time for the Flippin Bats player of the week. Let's bring back out Alex, because for the first time in our storied history,
long history
on the show, we have the same player of the week. Can we get a drum roll, please? It is Albert Pujols. Take it away.
It has to be. You cannot pick anyone other than the machine this week after watching what he did, after watching this history, hitting 700 career home runs in Hollywood with the team, the Cardinals, that created the machine.
He came home.
He came home, and he hit a bunch of homers. He hit home. It was great. Like, it was magical. We talked about it at the top of the show. It was magical.
And look, these are his numbers this week, which were great, by the way. 318, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. He hit career home run number 700. That's why this was the easiest decision. A great week, but it's about more than that. It's about the moment. It's about 700 home runs. I got emotional watching it. I grew up watching him. I grew up idolizing him, wanting to be the machine. And to see him hit 700 home runs in Los Angeles in front of so many people that care about him. You know, yes, this could have been, if he did it at home, that's the one thing that we were missing, was him doing it in St. Louis. But if there was anywhere else for him to do it, Dodger Stadium is a good spot because you could feel the love there. Shout out to Dodgers fans, Dodger Stadium, for the way they handled that moment, because this is a moment that will live on forever. And you will forever see the videos and forever see the call of it. And to see how they reacted, to see how special Dodgers fans, Dodger Stadium, Dodgers players, the manager, Dave Roberts, they all made the moment so special. I felt it at home when I was watching it. It was emotional for me, and clearly for Alex as well, because we both have him for this week's Flippin Bats Player of the Week.